Today is a special birthday in the Oriole family. It's Brooks Robinson. I believe it's 79.
79.
I mean, this could be much debated, but I think for people of my generation, he's the greatest Oriole ever.
Okay.
There's certainly plenty of others who would.
Cal,
Cal would certainly. Eddie, Frank.
Palmer.
We could go on and on and on.
How long was Frank here?
It was only like 66 to 71-ish, too.
So 5-6 years?
I mean, he was in 4 World Series in 6 years.
Yeah, it's impressive.
That's impressive.
Was Frank here the entire time? Was Frank and Brooks together?
Yes.
The entire time?
Yes.
Oh, yeah. That's
The Robinson brothers.
But so that what's name was in 4 also, in 6.
Oh, yeah.
So then you give
Brooks, Frank, Boog, Palmer.
Let's go, man. This
Pretty good group there.
Yeah.
Have you met Brooks? Do you know him?
Oh, yeah.
Well, what are your
Brooks is
thoughts
great.
on
I got the Brooks Robinson Award last year, and I fortunate enough to have dinner with him. Great guy, just a nice, genuine, just a nice guy. Just nice. He doesn't say no to nobody. You gotta say no, Brooks. You're getting older. Say no. Just say no sometimes.
How do you get to be 79 and there's no one who has ever said a bad word about you? I don't know too many people we could ever say that about.
I'm 30 and I know a lot of people that say a lot of bad, right now can say something bad about me. Yo, quickly. So, I don't know. He's just
a prince of a gentleman.
Just a genuinely nice guy. And always was a nice and genuine person. I can't say really much more
Oriole
than
fans, when they watched Brooks play, said, well, we'll never see another player play third base like that. But guess what?
Yeah, it's a little different.
You might be seeing it right now.
And the thing is, it's different. Is I can never disrespect an era of the game, but this era is a lot better.
Oh.
Yeah, you got more of better. Like in Palmer's era, I even talked to Palmer about it. In Palmer's era, I mean, they had, like I said, the Orioles had 4 really good starters. How many other teams had that?
Yeah, the Orioles had really good starters.
Like I said, how many other teams had that?
Not like the Orioles.
How many other teams had back-end bullpens? I mean, I know Goose Gossage was one of the first, like, legit.
Well, in Palmer's day, 4-man rotations, 8-man pitching staffs. Very different.
Yeah, game. That means you've seen the starter 4 times.
That's right.
Now, you see him twice. You're gonna see the setup guy or middle relief, and then you got the closer. I mean, I'm saying I can't disrespect that old game because the older game.
You're hitting fresh your arms.
They still, at the end of the day, you still got to go out and perform, and you can't knock 16 Gold Gloves. That's just a record. That's just unbelievable. But day in and day out, these boys today is hitting the ball way harder than they did in those days. I'll go out on the record and say it. Day in and day out, I mean, you got starting pitchers sitting at 95. Tonight, we got Taijuan Walker. He sits at 95. Just sits there. I mean, if he throws fastball, probably going to be 95. Right. Probably going to be a little tick above it.
Right.
And if it's a little tick below it, it's going to move.
Tough.
Now, did Palmer have that? Yeah. Palmer's the elite of his era.
Right, the best. Maybe
of his
not
era.
Every night you didn't say it.
Of his era. Walker's on his way to be a very, 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 very good pitcher.
Right.
But he's not the elite of his era. You know what I'm saying?
Well, I think this.
And he's sitting at 95.
The best players in any era could play. You and Chris Davis could have played on Palmer's team. Palmer and Brooks and Frank could play on this team.
Palmer said he would need the strike zone of the old era. That's what Palmer always told.
I got a feeling he'd figure it out.
He'd figure it out. I went back, and then obviously I get to see him on a more personal level than people getting to hear him. And I talked to him. I'm in his ear about the game because, first off, he was great. I think everybody who's ever came in contact with Jim Palmer knows he's great from his own mouth. He will let you know that he is terrific. And he's never given up a grand slam. He has a jockey.
Never did.
He smells great. All of that.
Looks good.
Yeah, it looks great. But he knows the game. He knows what he's talking about. Exactly. He just wasn't a guy I'm just good at baseball. Let me just go play it. No, he was a student of his craft too. And to pick his brain on just how his game is evolved is great. And then you got the coaches. Like Kirby. Kirby played. He drafted in 83, 84, 83, 84. But I wasn't even born yet. So before I was born, he was in professional baseball. Right. And now I'll ask him who this coach is, like first base coach from the Mariners. I've never heard of him. He broke it down, told me, we played against each other in the minors, coming up and into the big leagues. I had no idea. It's just the history of these minds of these older coaches. That's where the knowledge is at. It's not necessarily
Right.
the knowledge isn't just going out and playing the game every day. The knowledge is these coaches and
The experience, what they lived.
They've been through it.
Yeah.
Why not talk to someone who's been through it? People want to just go and do it on their own. Why, when you got help? Why wouldn't I go to Kirby? That makes no sense to not use that. He says he has terabytes. That's what he likes to say about his personal mental. He has terabytes. My brain is fried. He said I always thought it's like I got a sponge and just squeeze it over my hard drive. That's my brain. And he's got just multiple terabytes up there. So why not get that knowledge? He knows what's going on. He's seen it before.
Absolutely.
You know, and you know, that's where I get my knowledge. And you know, I talked to Dempsey. Dempsey got to catch in a great era and got to catch some great pitchers.
4 decades.
Yeah, and got to catch great pitchers.
There's a little knowledge there.
Yeah, it's a little bit of knowledge.
something
I'd say
you can
even
pick up
Brooks.
along the
Brooks is
way.
a lot older, still has knowledge, and I love Frank
Oh, of course.
because Frank's gonna tell you how it is, 100%. Yeah, he ain't gonna. There's no sugarcoating with Frank. He gonna tell you how it is, and it ain't nothing better than Frank.
No. In Baltimore, all you got to do is say the numbers of some of these guys, and people know.
Yeah,
Or the first name.
I mean,
really.
even like talk to Richie. He don't even have like the legends. He don't have their names. He just got the numbers.
Oh yeah.
Just a number. There's no need to have a name. You don't need a name. Just a number. And when that number hits you, you respond.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Do you ever let yourself think you've had such a great run with the Orioles and more to come, that one day they'll say your name like these other guys we've been talking about?
Those guys are all stars. I've accomplished that. They won a ring. I haven't accomplished that. So you know, it's a timeline. They became all stars. They won a ring. They retired. Got into the Hall of Fame. Got statues. There's a process to it. Right now, I've gotten the All-Star. Okay, cool. Now I'm working on the ring. After that, then I mean, once you get the ring, then you can work on something else. But I ain't got the ring. That's the only thing I'm playing for right now.
Yeah. That would be pretty nice.
That would be pretty nice. I think this city would.
I think there'd be a nice parade here in Baltimore.
Oh, this city would erupt.
What they did in Kansas City, we'll double
A
it.
million people in Kansas City.
We'll double it.
That's a lot of
Wait till
people.
you see what it would be like if the Orioles
That's a
won
lot
the
of
World
people. But
Series.
it'll be pandemonium. I think that's a good word to use.
Yeah.
Because it's been what 33 years. This is the 33rd year.
83.
So, yeah, they're starving for a winner. Hey, we're out there grinding ourselves. I know some last night didn't look pretty, but it's just one game. That's 162. You know, that happens. That happens. Yeah.
All right, let's get a few more questions from our fans watching our live chat with
Who's
Orioles
watching,
center
by
fielder
the way?
Adam Jones.
I just wonder who sits there and really watches this live.
I don't know.
You? People really do?
Like 100 viewers here, multiple viewers here.
How can you tell? Can you tell people that are really logged in? And
Yeah,
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, and John's on the
Leaving comments as we speak.
what kind of comments are you getting?
Get questions for you.
Yeah, what question just came in?
What question just came in? Sam, have you been surprised by Joey Rickard's success?
I like Joey. Isn't he gorgeous? Look at him. He has those nice little eyes. I call him James Dean. That's my boy's mother's favorite actor. When I was growing up, I would see all the posters of her house, and then I seen Joey. I'm like, that guy looks like James Dean, old school. He's a good guy. He's understanding. Like I said, he's understanding the game, and you know, I think it's my job, really, especially as an outfielder, to show him the ropes of the major leagues. You know, he had a day off. I think he had a day off like 10 days ago. He's gonna play a lot. And I told him that you're gonna play. You're young. You're gonna play. But he had a day off, and he wanted to go do this and do that. I said, hey, no. You got Buck gave you a
Get
day
your
off.
rest.
Buck gave you a day off. Trust me. Relax. You ain't gonna get many.
They're all coming in.
Who's your favorite MASN employee? Olivia. Oh, Lindsay's watching. I miss you, Lindsay. You're my favorite. I miss you. Can you beat Nolan in a race? Yes. I miss the pies. I do too. The other night was a good one. Mike from Canton, Georgia is watching live. Mike Quinn. How you doing, Mike? Do you want to stay with the Warriors the rest of your career? That's not up to me. Adam, I'll be at the game tonight. You gonna go yard? I'll be try. Why are you so handsome? I don't know. My mama and daddy did this.
Wow. They're pouring in that fast.
Hey, this is quick. This is awesome.
Hey?
This is really awesome.
Wait till we get the overnight Nielsen ratings.
Adam,
on
why
this.
do you pat your left shoulder after your home run? I've hit a couple hundred home runs now, so I think you should have already got the gist of that. Well, that's not right. that's hilarious, but it's not right. I'm not going to say that
Yeah,
on
don't
air.
say that one.
That's not right, though.
We can't say all of them.
Yeah, you can't say all of them. Who would win in a pull-up contest? Me or Rock? I'm gonna go with CD. Jones, you're by far my favorite athlete on sports. Stay up. Well, thank you. You know, I'm just out here doing what God gave me ability to do, man. And what were you and Cabrera joking about on Sunday? He kept trying to hold my hand. I get on first base and he kept trying to hold my hand. There you go. I get on. He kept trying to hold my hand. Trying to take my lead and hold my hand. I said, "Get off me, Mickey, and let me get alone."
Long road trip for the Tigers.
Oh, woo. They needed that W big time. He was telling me. Yeah, I know some of the players, and they were like, "Man, we needed this one big." It'd be like that, though. And the thing is with a team that good, they're going to be in it at the end of it. Like I
Don't write
said.
the Tigers off.
What?
Exactly.
Every team's going to go through a winning streak, and every team's going to go through a losing streak.
I'm not burying the Yankees.
Wait,
Some
we had
fans are.
Some are burying them?
Some fans are saying the Yankees are toast.
Let them be. Well, hey, let them stay there. If you want to keep your feelings like that, keep them. Reality is going to show that they're going to reel off something. They're going to have a good 6 to 8 weeks stretch.
Yeah.
And then at the same time of that, I think we talked about it yesterday, when the teams, especially every team in all divisions, whenever they go on a hot streak, they're generally playing, especially the second half, they're playing their divisions. So when you're playing your division and you're in a hot streak, that means you move up in the standings because you're
2 for
beating.
1.
Yeah, you're beating the teams.
Right.
So they're going to get hot at some point. The Blue Jays are going to get hot. Tampa's going to get hot. We're going to get hot again. Boston's going to get hot. Everybody's going to get hot, and we're all going to get cold. Right. It's just a matter of balance of how long can you stay hot and how minimal can you stay cold. That's the thing. It's like a losing streak of 3 or 4 games, it's going to happen. You get swept, it's going to happen. 5, 6, that's when you be like, all right, look, hey, let's halt this. We got to halt this. We can't get to 7, 8. I remember when we had 8 or 9 before. No, hey. That's when you get. But then when you start to get that little panic, not necessarily a panic, but more of a like, hey, we can't allow this to happen. That's when you lose 2 more because you're pressing to not lose. And, it's the crazy game.
I always think one of the things that if fans could go in the clubhouse like we do after the games, what would surprise them the most is how even keel the Orioles are.
Yeah.
Whether the score is 10-0 like last night or you won in a walk-off and you were celebrating in front of 40,000 5 minutes earlier, you walk in there, it looks like you guys are headed to lunch.
Oh, yeah.
If I didn't know, I wouldn't know. Did they win or lose? Fans wouldn't know. That's the even keel I see that I think serves the Orioles so well.
You got to keep it that way. You know, when I first got here, you win, act like you never done it, you lose, it's just like, oh, somber. Man. It don't need to be like that. All right, you win. It's great. All right, come do it because it's baseball. Come do it again because you got to do it tomorrow.
Right.
All right, cool. I went 4 for 4 last night. I'm over 4 today.
That's over with.
Do you remember last night? No. I remember tonight. Football. Oh man, you went 28 for 35. What a great week. 300.
We could sit on it.
Yeah, we could sit on this all week, and then Sunday morning we still talking about last week before the game starts. All right, then let's see your performance this week. Basketball. Same way. What'd you do last game? But you got 3 or 4 games going on, like with the NBA playoffs right now.
Yep.
You're gonna talk about game 1 last night with the Cavs in Toronto. You can talk about that until game 2.
Right.
Baseball. All right. Last night we got beat 10-0. All right. Cool. Move on. Now we got Taiwan Walker. New
Next.
game. Fresh. That's the thing with baseball. You got to turn the page, and we got, like I said, we got the mix of with 23 to 33 years old in that clubhouse, and people that get it. Like I said, JJ's to me, he's the guy I pay attention to, and he's get it. He's been around winning and losing.
A lot of good leadership in there.
We got a lot of good leaders in there. What's up with Chris's mustache? He can grow what he wants. He's 30. Favorite album release of the last 12 months? Dan Blair. There's 2, Futures, Evil and Purple Rain. LJ Hose put me under that. That's my music. That's actually my personal DJ. Pies increase morale. Not necessarily, but it's fun for the fans. Players necessarily don't care either way. Can I pitch? I did in high school. Right now, I probably would not be able to wipe my backside if I pitched. Why are you hating on Scope? Because that's my gente. What's your favorite thing about Buck as a manager? He leaves me alone. Are you going to Raw Monday, 23rd in Baltimore? Jeff Cody. Why would you ask a question like that? We're on the road.
You can go watch it in Houston.
We're on the
Can't
road.
go to it in person, though.
Yeah, we're on the road. No, you said,
Maybe
am I
another time.
going to? Not going to watch. Am I going to?
Right.
You know, like,
Check the schedule, Jeff.
come on, Jeff. You know?
No can do.
Come on, Jeff. You know? Think a little bit there, Jeff. Favorite home run of mine of all time, Mariano Rivera. I mean, sure ballot Hall of Famer already right there.
Oh, yeah.
I'm not answering that. Keep Manny in Baltimore. Give him a piece of MASN. He'll stay.
Wow.
You're going to have to entice this guy.
That would be a good contract.
Hey, man, we'll give you a little percentage of MASN. Are you ever going to do a home run derby again? I would do it if I was asked. Favorite wrestler growing up? The Rock and Stone Cold. That was the Attitude Era. And obviously a little bit before that was Ultimate Warrior. But then every time he ran to the ring, he seemed like he tired himself. That's why he went first, so he can catch his breath. Ain't no way you just run down there and then just start fighting. Adam, get Peter and Dan Duquette, I'm assuming. It's not Dunkin' Donuts. To lock up Manny and Peter. And Scope. Offer him some MASN steak.
He's pretty good giving up our network.
Giving up a little bit of MASN. I mean, that's residual. If you get paid residual, this business isn't slowing down. If you get paid residual, I mean, it's smart to take a little 5%
You keep
cut.
coming and doing these live chats, increasing our ratings.
I'm gonna ask for
helps the revenue.
I'm gonna ask for a 5% cut. What happened to the outfield celebration after a win? That's a great question. What happened to it is I don't know who the heck is gonna be in the outfield with me on any given day, so I don't know what to do. So we just come and hug each other, get a little closer. Is Buck very talkative? It all depends on what he wants to talk about, but generally, yeah. And generally, he talks a little bit over your head in terms of his shtick. Yeah, kind of understand it. It's over?
You done?
We're still recording. I think Joey is hot. He looks like James Dean. You want to introduce him to your daughter? I'm not gonna. That's not me. It's not my category.
Doesn't apply to you.
Yeah, I'm not a matchmaker. I can be. I just like the rest of them. I mean, it's pretty cool. I want to see the negative
Well, you'll
ones,
be
though.
back, and we'll have plenty more for you.
I know, but I want to see the people just wearing me out. I like that. It's fun to get worn out,
Isn't it a
though.
refreshing change to not have that, though?
No, it's fun to get worn out. We get worn out here by our own fans. It's okay. When the Yankees fans came in here the other day, it was like a group of like 30 wearing me and Trumbo out, and nobody wanted to say anything to them fans. Come on, man.
Sometimes they do.
If Orioles
That's
fans are in
when
Yankee Stadium, they just get looked at and mean mugged, and they just be like, all right, hey, stick to me. You stick to myself. But I hope that.
I think Oriole fans are kinder, gentler fans, so we're okay with that here.
Yeah, my opinion on that. To be continued.
They'll do the cheering when it's time. They're there for you. You know that.
You're supposed to cheer all the time.
Not when it's 10-0.
You're supposed to cheer for your team all the time.
Well, yes, of course.
I still watch
support
Padre.
them all the time.
I still watch Padre games.
Still watch what?
Padre games.
Oh,
Still.
of course.
I'm a Major League Baseball player. That's
your boyhood team. You can't turn that off.
I support them good and bad or indifferent. Like when they went to the playoffs in 07, I was happy.
Yeah,
I
absolutely.
watched the whole playoffs with them.
Yeah.
No, they didn't go. They was in that. They
I've never
actually,
understood people
they actually
who
lost the end of that.
moved to another city and they're that fan of that team. I'm like, I'm from Baltimore. I'd support the Baltimore teams. If I moved to Detroit, which I won't, I wouldn't be becoming a Tiger fan.
I moved here, got traded over here, and everybody here was like, "Oh, you got to be a Ravens, a Capitals, and a Wizards fan." When I spent 22 years of my life liking the Padres, the Lakers, and the 49ers.
I stick what?
Yeah,
grew up
I'm a
with.
Lakers fan.
Adam, you are awesome to come up and do this.
I know worries.
We got to get you out of here before it's the third inning and you're late for your first at bat.
Yeah, dang, if I'm
Thanks for hanging out
I'm getting my
so
first
long
at bat in
with
the third inning. Whoa, I'm hitting like 8th, 9th, and we're getting mowed down.
I got a feeling you'll hit sooner than that. Thanks for coming in today. All our fans, great questions, great feedback, as you saw, was pouring in.
Yeah, I seen that.
Because
I like that. I got to
you were
actually
here
see.
with us.
Actually,
And
really
we're
good
going
to
to be
see
doing
it.
more of these throughout the season. You're going to be back. We'll probably get you and Chris Davis together one day, which will
Okay.
be great. And we'll sign off now. Thanks, everybody watching on MASNsports.com.
Das Vidania.